Today I have decided to mix some of my ideas in one video. I'm going to talk about differentials and the best differential transfers that you can make for Gameweek 26 in order to boost your rank. Gameweek 26 provides a rare opportunity that you can invest in some differential players going forward basically, and you're going to reap the rewards pretty soon in my opinion. A lot of teams are having an okay fixture. As you can see, Villa are having a good fixture, Brighton, United, City, Wolves, even Brentford now. They all have good fixtures, and getting the proper player from those sides looks like a good thing to do. I'll be just putting players there like 5 defenders, 5 midfielders, 3 forwards and 2 goalkeepers that are considered differential. They will be under 10%, and with those players you can get a very good points in my opinion, and they can boost your rank. We're going to start with the goalkeepers and we're going to end with the forwards. Now let's begin. So in goal we're looking at number 10%, under 10%, yes, and there aren't a lot of great options in my opinion. So we're looking at maybe a Wolves goalkeeper, City goalkeeper Ederson, but he is too high, Villa, Brighton maybe, but I'm not too sure who is their goalkeeper at the moment. Palace, no, at the moment there is a new coach for Palace, so I'm not sure their Pickford is way too highly owned. Onana maybe, but I don't think so. So basically maybe a Brentford goalkeeper. I know their defense is not the best at the moment, but they're improving for sure, and I believe against a struggling West Ham opponent they can do bits. So as you can see, Martinez is highly owned, Onana is, Pickford is, Dubravka is. So yeah, I'm going to go with Flecken. Flecken is the goalkeeper for Brentford. He's having West Ham away, and I believe he is a proper solution for your worries there. As a backup goalkeeper, you can go maybe with who is a proper backup goalkeeper that can get you serious points? Maybe Jose Sa, but I would like to keep my Wolves picks for later. But am I going to pick a lot of players from them? Not by much, so Jose Sa is another option that I would like to consider as a proper goalkeeper. Maybe he is even the first choice as a goalkeeper, Jose Sa, and Flecken is a proper player because Sa is going to have fixtures against Sheffield, then Newcastle, and then Fulham, so it's a pretty okay run for him. While for Brentford it is from Gameweek 26 is West Ham, Chelsea and Arsenal, not the ideal one. So I would be getting Jose Sa if I am to look for higher investments going down the road. In defense, let's go there. I would like to think that a defender from a team like City is going to be a good one. A team like Villa, maybe a Brighton defender, and I have the ideal Brighton defender at the moment. It's Lewis Dunk. He's getting a pretty serious returns in the last couple of weeks. He scored a goal in Gameweek 23, assisted in Gameweek 25. Yet they're not getting the ideal number of clean sheets, but against Everton, I believe this may happen. So Dunk is the first addition to our defense. We need to look at Wolves defenders, and I cannot look much ahead than Dawson, 0.9%. I know there are players like Semedo, but they're not getting the proper assists. Maybe Aint Nuri, but again he's not getting it. While Dawson is a good player for a clean sheet and he's doing really well. Another player with good fixture, I know Palace and Burnley play against each other, but this fixture isn't looking likely to be easily predicted. On the other hand, fixture like Bournemouth City, after City lost against Chelsea, I believe the game against Brentford hasn't been played yet in my time, but they may have destroyed them, and after that they are going to destroy Bournemouth in my opinion. And looking at their defense, maybe Ruben Dias is a proper sub or a Kanji, but I will go for Dias. Let's go for Dias. So Dias is another differential pick that I'm willing to take a punt on. Going into Aston Villa's defenders, so it's Pau Torres. He's back into the lineup there. starting pair of Diego Carlos and Konsa and Minks. The three of them are injured, so now it's Lenglet and Pau Torres. Like Lenglet hasn't, oh no, he has 2 goals, not Lenglet, Torres, while Lenglet has 0 goals and 1 assist. So yeah, I would be preferring to pick Pau Torres for sure. And the last defender here that we're going to take a look at, it's not a good thing to go without an Arsenal defender at the moment because they're doing it perfectly fine. Ben White is above it, so it's going to be Jakub Kiwior. I know this is a strange pick, but he's the only player under 10% for Arsenal. In defense, I wouldn't go for Kiwior personally because Tomiyasu may be coming back soon. He has a knock, so he has a chance of playing, and Zinchenko has a chance of playing as well. So Kiwior is a bit of an iffy pick, but as you can see, I prefer the other 4 defenders way more, especially Dunk. Dunk, even though he's 5 million, he has a good 3 fixture run, and after that it's a free hit territory for Gameweek 29, and then you can just keep him on the bench or offload him, but 2 home fixtures against sides that are far weaker than Brighton, in my opinion, is a good thing. Speaking about that, I want to go into midfield immediately, and I would target the Brighton boys first and foremost. Mitoma is still highly owned. Gross is still not highly owned, but Adingra is a guy that I am taking a little bit of a punt maybe on because he has 6 goals already this season and he has been regularly scoring. Yeah, he scored against the weaker sides on the Prem, and Mitoma may seems like the better guy, so I would invest in Gross if I were you. Gross, a pretty solid player. I like him a lot. He's on penalties now that João Pedro and Milner are out for a while. So Gross, you have a penalty taker who is counted as a differential, so that's always a good thing. The next guy that I'm going to mention here is Leon Bailey. He's nailed, he's aggressive, and he can do a lot of damage to basically any team. Garnacho hasn't risen to 10% yet, so he is immediately in. United at the moment are firing on all cylinders, and picking players for them always seems like a great decision to do. Now we are left for maybe a Wolves player. I have Hee-chan in my mind, and I would put him immediately in as he is doing perfectly well. He was doing perfectly well before the international break, and now after he will start firing once again. I highly believe that. And we're left with only one player here to consider. That's maybe a Manchester City player because we're not going to pick one of their strikers for sure. We've picked Villa, we've picked Brighton, we've picked Arsenal. I don't find, maybe Odegaard is a great shout out, let's see, but he's highly owned, so he isn't an option. West Ham, Brentford, no, not interested in them at the moment. Wolves, Sheffield, Arsenal, Bournemouth, City, no, I'm not interested in any other guys at the moment, so yeah. Maybe we'll consider a Manchester City player, so we'll go to Manchester City and pick under 10%, and the only guy that's catching the eye here is Doku. I wouldn't recommend going for Doku as Foden and De Bruyne are way more clinical, but from the bunch maybe Bernardo is even a better pick, but he has some rest, he had some injuries, so it's a bit worrying there. Gordon, is he a highly owned player? Of course he's going to be. Let's not fool ourselves. Yeah, 15%. Villa, Brighton, Everton, Forest. No, I'm not interested in midfielders. Garnacho I already own from here. So yeah, a City player or an Arsenal player. Basically Martinelli is the only guy left. Yeah, he is below that percent, so let's put Martinelli. I believe it's time for Martinelli to shine in the Arsenal shirt. Yeah, he scored basically against an open team like Newcastle, by the way, and against Trippier he can do damage. So yeah, let's put Martinelli in as our pick. It's shocking to see that I'm not picking any City player, but they're not differential, let's not fool ourselves, and they do not have the most ideal fixtures going forward. And now we're left with the forwards. Ivan Toney, I cannot believe that he's still under 10%. I'm putting him immediately. He's in form. He's scoring basically every, like, he has 5 returns in 5 games. That's amazing. Yeah, he may blank against City, but who cares? You're picking it for a game against a struggling West Ham side, and that's all you have to think about at the moment. Another guy that I would like to consider as a very, very solid pick going forward is Awoni. I know that it's a Forest player, but they have awful fixture run of fixtures, but it's Villa and Liverpool and Brighton, I know, but he can score against anyone. He scored against Arsenal at the beginning of the season. He scored against Arsenal, United, assisted against Chelsea, and then he got injured, then scored against West Ham. So he has opportunities for sure, and I would be picking him as a differential striker. And the last guy here that I would like to pick is Muniz. I know that he's 4.4, but he's at the moment the 4.4 player that is playing. He hasn't any good minutes before that, but he's already with 4 goals, 3 of them, yeah, 4 of them scored in the last 3 games, so he's in form, and I believe he's a great shout out. I would like to put Højlund, but he's not under 10%, and for sure he's a great option, but the rules are the rules, and I cannot pick players 10% or above. So that's the differential side that I'm picking. It's looking a little bit strange, I have to admit, so maybe it's not the best way to do the differential picks. Like, I will pick Gross, I'll pick Hee-chan, Garnacho, Tony, yes, I will pick Dunk, Dawson, maybe Sa. The other are a little bit iffy, but if you like to go rogue and pick someone that is a little bit differential, a lot differential, let's be honest, and do a serious damage there, for me this is a very proper team to address. I hope you will agree with me, or even if you disagree, write down a comment in the comment section. Please subscribe to the channel, as I'm trying to reach 700 subscribers before the end of the season. I'm trying to reach as many people and just have fun with my community. I'll be going on again tomorrow with another proper video, so stay tuned for that for sure. But for now, guys, I'll be heading out. Bye.